Imagine watching your favorite athlete, a figure you admire and aspire to be like, pushing the boundaries of human potential, breaking records, and defying limitations. But what if I told you that their success wasn't achieved through dedication and hard work alone? What if their triumphs were artificially enhanced by drugs designed to alter their body's natural abilities? Good afternoon, everyone. Today, I want to discuss a pressing issue that is affecting the world of sports, an issue that not only puts athletes' health at risk, but also threatens the fairness and integrity of athletic competition itself: the use of performance enhancing drugs, or PEDs. Performance enhancing drugs are not only dangerous to the health of athletes, but they also compromise the fairness and integrity of sports, making their use in any athletic competition unethical. First, let's discuss the health risks associated with PEDs. When athletes use PEDs, they are risking more than just their careers. They are risking their lives. According to the National Institute on Drug Abuse, substance abuse in sports is linked to cardiovascular issues, liver damage, and mental health disorders like depression and aggression. For example, anabolic steroids, one of the most commonly abused PEDs, are linked to dangerous heart conditions such as high blood pressure, heart attack, and strokes. In fact, a 2016 study published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism found that steroid use can lead to changes in heart muscle, raising the risk of heart failure, and the dangers don't stop there. PEDs can also cause severe liver damage, kidney problems, and reproductive issues. Let me tell you about the story of Lance Armstrong, one of the most famous athletes to be involved in a PED scandal. Armstrong, a 7-time Tour de France winner, was stripped of his titles after admitting to using PEDs. His use of performance-enhancing substances didn't just damage his reputation, it also endangered his long-term health, as PEDs were shown to have contributed to complications later in life. Armstrong's case serves as a cautionary tale, illustrating the significant personal toll that PEDs can take on athletes' physical well-being. Let's consider the impact of PEDs on the fairness of sports. When an athlete chooses to use PEDs, they are gaining an unfair advantage over those who are playing by the rules. This creates an uneven playing field and undermines the true spirit of competition. Think about it this way. Sports are a test of human potential, a celebration of what we can achieve when we push our limits naturally. But when an athlete cheats with the help of drugs, they tarnish that very idea of competition. A study by the World Anti-Doping Agency, WADA, highlights how doping distorts the integrity of sports by giving some competitors an edge over others who are relying on their raw talent and hard work. This not only makes the competition unfair, but it also diminishes the value of the achievement for those who can compete clean. Additionally, this unethical practice can destroy careers and reputations, as we saw with Armstrong. His victories are now shadowed by his doping scandal, making the years he spent at the top of his game seem meaningless. Former Olympic sprinter Ben Johnson, who won gold in the 1988 Seoul Olympics, only to have it stripped after testing positive for steroids, is another example. The public perception of his accomplishment will always be tied to dishonesty, forever erasing the significance of his achievements. This doesn't only affect the athletes involved, but also disappoints fans and disrupts the trust in public places and athletes and their performances. Let's address the broader issue of ethics in sports. The use of PEDs is simply not compatible with the fundamental principles of fairness, integrity, and respect for the competition. Sports should be about more than just winning. They should be about respecting the rules, pushing the limits of human potential in a fair manner, and inspiring future generations to strive for excellence. When athletes turn to drugs to gain an edge, they are making a statement that winning at all costs is more important than playing the game with honor. The ethical implications are profound. If athletes are allowed to use performance-enhancing drugs, it opens the door for more widespread abuse and diminishes the credibility of supporting organizations. We are essentially saying that cheating is acceptable, as long as you can get away with it. This threatens the very essence of sports as a pure competition of skill, effort, and perseverance. In conclusion, performance-enhancing drugs are not just a threat to the health of athletes, they are a direct attack on the fairness and integrity of sports all around the world. These substances may offer a temporary boost, but they come at a significant cost, one that can ruin athletes' health and their careers and damage the integrity of the sports that we all love. As fans, as competitors, and as members of the global sports community, we must stand against the use of PEDs and advocate for clean, fair competition. I urge you to consider the long-term consequences of allowing performance-enhancing drugs in sports. Let's protect the health of athletes, maintain the fairness of competition, and preserve the integrity of sports for future generations. Thank you.